you hide behind that mask you use? And do you think this fool will never win? Look at me, I'm a coming back again. Got a taste of love in a simple way. If you need to know while I'm still standing, you just fade away. You know I'm still standing better than I ever did. I'm looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. What I never could hope to win, starting down the road and leaving me again. Threats you made were meant to cut me down. My love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. You know I'm still standing better than I ever did. I'm looking like a true survivor, I'm feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you know that I'm still standing better than I ever did? Well, girl, I'm looking like a true survivor, I'm feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. This is a show in which I get to play some songs to all of you, and you get to give me a good old grueling with questions, and that's why the show is called An Audience With. And Cher is going to start the proceedings off. How are you, oh bag?
Hello,
Hi.
Bean.
We go back a long way.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, I had hair when I first met.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm supposed to ask you this question. If you could describe yourself in 20 words or less, what would you say, darling?
Shy, generous, temperamental, fabulous. I don't know. Just an old tart, basically.
Yes,
You know that.
I do.
Kathleen Turner, where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are.
Well, I was wondering, actually, that I know you've got classical training. I know you trained at the Royal Academy.
Right.
So how come you got bumped over into rock and roll?
Well, you see, I knew at an early age that these hands, which are extremely small, would not be suitable for classical music. Because, you know, most classical pianists have beautifully long fingers, and most pianists have very long fingers, and I just about get an octave. So I knew at an early age that I wasn't good enough for classical music. I love playing classical music, but I actually prefer to play rock and roll. Yeah. And so that's what I decided to do.
It was your hands that did it, huh?
It was the hands that did it. I'm not small in every department, of course.
No, hands have nothing to do with it.
No hands.
No.
Don't believe what you read. That's, my reputation's gone within 2 questions, right? I'm leaving.
No, Timothy's got one.
Yeah, I've got a question for you. If, by any kind of mischance, you'd failed to become what you are, what do you think you'd have done? What would you have liked to have done?
I was quite happy, you know, just being involved in music, basically. And a couple of friends of mine used to run an import record shop in Berwick Street called Musicland. And even when I had a successful record in 1970, I used to go there when I could and help behind the counter. So, I mean, I probably work in Tower Records or something like that. And I know Tower Records inside out in Los Angeles. So I'd probably be one of those guys in the real baggy T-shirts and the sort of unkempt hair or whatever who knew everything about where that's over there, that's over there. But I'd probably work in a record store. Glamorous record store, of course. Now, you know when you go to those shows, like, if I'm going to see David Copperfield or if I'm going to see Dame Edna Everage, and I know there's going to be a certain amount of audience participation, I always book a seat in the balcony because you can't be got at there. But you see, there's no balconies here tonight. So, as you can see, there are lots of fabulously stylish clothes here from my past. And what we're going to do, first of all, I'd like to invite Stephen Fry up to help me on this bit. Now, Stephen, I want you to help me dispense some of these into the audience. And I'll take a couple and you... This one's nice. Give that one to share. Desmond Lynham, I see you in a whole different light. You can have it. Yes. And Faldo. You better wear that in the Ryder Cup where you're playing. I could have someone with short hair to wear this one. They You take the one with the little chopper on the top. What we're going to do, we're going to ask 4 of you from the audience to come down, because behind that screen are some even more tasteless outfits than those. And we're going to ask you if you'd like to try them on. Well, you've got no choice, really. So the first person or victim that I will choose is Ewan McGregor. I'm okay. Linford Christie. Oh. David Ginola. And Roger Black. Where's Roger? No. Now, Stephen, if you could escort these 4 gentlemen round the back. So, to help them out when they come out, I'm going to... Ladies and gentlemen, probably one of the most beautiful women ever, Miss Claudia Schiffer. Now, Claudia, while they're getting ready, I mean, there's some really tasteful things on here.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got
this is, yeah, it's very good. William Hague would look good in that, don't you think? Definitely his colour, I think. So, how you doing? Go and sort them out. Stephen, who will be our first entrance out? That's right. Follow that. Linford Christie. Roger Black. I'll tell you what, he'd never make a false start in that outfit. Good job. David Ginola. The fabulous Ewan McGregor. Well, I think they've all been brilliant sports, and now you've just got to go back and sit in the audience for a while. I'm serious. You can't change quite yet. You'll be able to change in a minute, but you have to go back for continuity programs. So, come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Claudia Schiffer. Every time I go to the theatre, I always get stuck behind someone like Lindsay. I know that sports players and sports stars are all frustrated sort of musicians sometimes. But, you know, John McEnroe plays guitar. I know Pat plays guitar, right? I'm going to let some of you come down and do some backing vocals on this next song. So, Pat, you can come and play guitar, all right? You go over there. There's a guitar there for you. And now we need a chorus of backing vocals. So we'll have Greg Rosetsky. No. David Coulthard, where are you? Come on down. Aha. Rory Underwood. Oh, yes, Rory. Come on. Nick Faldo. David Gower. Ben and Adam Holyoke. Come on. Lee Chapman, where are you? Graham Taylor. Kenny Jackett. Luther Blissett. And John Barnes. Come on down. Come on. Right now, you're going to go over there behind the microphone, okay? So this way, We're going to do a song called Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, and I want lots of sort of like Saturday. When we do that bit, you sing Saturday, Saturday, okay? All right?
Mama, drunk down a barrel.
Thank you. Next question, Mel Smith.
Yeah. I'd like to say, first of all, thank you for a fantastic night. We're having a great time, you know. And I wondered if I might just raise the tone very slightly, you know, and ask a question that I think a lot of people here would be interested in the answer to. If you could be any kind of vegetable, which one would it be?
Cucumber.
There you go. Cucumber.
A cucumber.
There you go.
Or a marrow.
Thank you. What about and a breed of dog?
Not a poodle. No. Spaniel, probably.
Spaniel. That's interesting.
Leaving tonight on a plane.
That's interesting. And just finally, which historic figure would you most like to be? Do you think?
Dame Margot Fontaine, definitely. Yeah. Or Archbishop Tutu, one of the three.
Thank you for clearing all that up. That's fantastic.
I've heard that you write your songs very, very quickly. I brought some words along and hope that you can put some music to it.
Sorry. Hello, how are you? I've just done a gig. I did a gig. We're up the marquee, you know. Who said punk? Hello, Des, how are you? I said you got a better house than I had. Jesus. Who's the cricketers? You're the cricketers, aren't you? Budge up. I'm sat here in this row.
Lily?
What, love?
Where have you been? King's Cross?
No, not tonight. I don't do Sundays. No, I've got my own shop now, Elton, anyway. Yeah. Do dominatrix. Got a dungeon. Well, it's not. It's a table with a chain on it, but the punters call it a rack. Shut up, love. Hold that for us, love, will you, in a minute? Go on, El. Sorry, love.
I think Richard E. Grant has a question for me.
I do. I've heard that you write your songs very, very quickly. And I brought some words along and hope that you can put some music to it. Would you do that?
What is it?
Well, it's the cooking instructions from my oven. Would you do that?
Serious, yeah?
Yeah.
Dear. Conventional oven thermostat. Sounds like a Chemical Brothers song, doesn't it? You and your new oven are capable of great things, but remember, no two ovens are the same. Rather than jumping at the deep end with your brand new oven, don't forget it may differ in its cooking characteristics to your previous model. We strongly recommend you take time to read this leaflet fully from cover to cover. Get to know minor key, it was a bad oven. You get to know all there is to know about your new oven before you begin preparing your, God, this is ridiculous, your own mouth-watering meals. I'll have to do that one again. We strongly recommend you take time to read this leaflet fully from cover to cover. Get to know all there is to know about your new oven before you begin preparing your own mouth-watering meals. It may seem like a chore, but it'll pay off in the long run. So let's begin at the beginning with your new bloody oven. I'm going to get all the loonies in the United Kingdom sending me microwave frigid books. Oh, dear. I get enough loony lyrics as it is. Next question. Greg.
Is it true that you wrote Philadelphia Freedom for Billie Jean King?
Yeah, when World Team Tennis started in America, which was a new form of tennis, it was a team tennis event, and there were about 8 teams, and Billie Jean's team was the Philadelphia Freedoms. So I said I'd write a song, and I thought, God, well, what am I going to write a song about tennis? So I lumbered it onto Bernie, and he wrote a song called Philadelphia Freedom, which kind of coincided. At the time, there was so much great music coming out of Philadelphia with the OJs, MFSB, 3 Degrees, you know, that whole kind of Gamble and Huff stuff. So, the Gamble and Huff stuff. So that's why I wrote it, and I'll do it now. I'll tell ya. I'd like to congratulate Greg for being the first British player in the top 10 for many a year. And also, in front of Greg is Boris. And I'd like to thank you for coming over from Germany, Boris, with your beautiful wife. Thank you so much.
Find the answer on the road. I used to be a heart beating for somebody, but the times have changed. The less I say, the more my work gets done. I live and breathe, I feel the death, be afraid again. Damn it, I was born away beside. Freedom, got the freedom to be me, I'm to a man. Yeah, give me peace of mind, my daddy. surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of a rolling wind can't be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer. Then we've got this far. Can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twist and kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and a reason to the wild outdoors, when the heart of the star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. Feel the love tonight. It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer. Then we've got this far. It's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. Lion King. Thank you.
Ewan, how are you? Please forgive me.
No, you're all right. Having a laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah? I wondered if maybe there was a film or a role in a film that you ever wished that you'd played.
The only role I've really been offered, apart from ludicrous ones, when I first went to America, a guy called Hal Ashby, who's a great director, offered me the lead part in Harold and Maude, which is a great movie. And I couldn't do it because I was just breaking as a musician, and it broke my heart because the script was brilliant, and he was a great director. And they got Bud Cort to do it, who did a great job. And it's one of my favourite movies, so it's been downhill all the way from there, really. I think Godley and Cream once asked me if I would be interested in doing the Billy Bunter story. And for all you Americans in the audience who don't know who Billy Bunter is, I won't even tell you. All right. Roger Taylor. There you are, right in front of me. Hello, darling.
Hello. Hi, Elton. I'd like to ask you, how did you persuade John Lennon to get back on stage and sing? And did that lead to a reunion with Yoko?
He made a record, an album called Walls and Bridges, and he asked me to play on a couple of tracks, one which was called Whatever Gets You Through the Night. And we made a sort of a deal where if the single got to #1, he would come and play live on stage with us somewhere. And the single did get to #1, so unfortunately he got railroaded into coming on stage, which I must say professionally was probably the most memorable evening of my career, because when he came on stage, and he had been on stage for a long time, and it was at Madison Square Garden in New York, which was kind of like his hometown, the audience gave him like a 15-minute standing ovation, which was so moving. And he was actually physically sick before he came on stage, and Yoko was there backstage, and that was the night that they got back together, and that's why I am Sean's godfather. So there's the story there.
I've been singing this for years and sang it with Elton on the Two Rooms record, tribute record to him and Bernie, and I like this song a lot, so I hope you do.
Perhaps in my business, people say, do you have a lot of, friends in the business? Well, I have like 2 or 3, and I don't really hang out with people in the music business. But I think probably my dearest friends in the business, as it were, Trudy Steiner and Sting. And I'm going to ask Sting to come up and sing a number, but I just have to say that these 2 people are the closest people to my heart in the business. So it's a great, thank you for coming, and now you're going to sing. Come on.
After that intro, you can't refuse.
So this is a song by Elton called Come Down in Time from the Tumbleweed Connection album, which was one of my favourites. And I've been singing this for years and sang it with Elton on the Two Rooms record, tribute record to him and Bernie. And I like this song a lot, so I hope you do.
Quiet silent seconds I turned off the light switch and I came down to meet you in the half light the moon left a cluster of nightjars sang songs out of tune while a mantle of bright light shone down from the room. Come down in time, I still hear her say it, so clear in my ear, like it was today. Come down in time was the message she gave to me. Come down in time and I'll meet you halfway. Well, I don't know if I should have heard hers yet, but a true love like hers is a hard love to get now. I want most all the way, and I ain't heard her call, and I get into thinking if she's coming at all. Down in time, I still hear her say, so clear in my ears, I could watch today. Come down in time was the message she gave to me. Come down in time and I'll feed you halfway.
There are women and some hold you tight while some leave you counting the stars in the night.
Right, more questions. Coming to the last bit here. Janet Street Porter, where are you?
I'm up here.
Hello, dear.
Hello. Now, the question I've got is, everyone's always writing about your hair. God knows they've written enough about it over the last few years. But I've got a different kind of question. Do you ever use hair removal cream? And if so, where?
Do I use... Yes, I have used removal cream. On my testicles, actually. Because, you know... it's very hard to shave down there.
Actually, I know you do.
And, you know, I like that smooth feeling you know, that you get when you use the cream.
Yeah,
if you leave it on too long, you get burnt.
Well, you told me to use that cream, didn't you?
Yeah, on your testicles.
Yeah.
Well, that's one bit of the show that won't be transmitted. That's the bollocks section, I would say. Stephen Fry's.
You're 50.
Yes.
You're probably the most successful individual British artist, with the obvious exception of Mrs. Mills, that this country has ever produced. And you're about to start on a world tour. You could relax amongst your spectacles.
Yes.
I wonder what it was that drives you.
Usually a Bentley. I just like to perform. I mean, unlike you. Cruel queen tonight.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
Yes. No, I just, you know, I love to go out and play live. I mean, you make records and you write songs and you go in the studio and it turns out one way or the other. And I've been lucky enough to work with great producers. But there's nothing like going back on stage and playing it live because you don't really know what's going to happen from night to night. And that's the kind of drug that, you know, is the biggest drug there is. That kind of feedback from an audience. You know, if you're playing and people love you and they're giving you that applause, it's such a great feeling. It can't really be replaced by anything else. It's that vibe back from an audience. And I think every performer would say that. This song, I will always sing because I never get fed up with singing it, and it's called Your Song. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside.
Innocent people are being killed. I cannot allow that. A BBC America original.
You think you can pick fights with these people and get away with it?
Do not play games with me.
The sheriff's robbing us all 20 times over. We will rob him.
Next on BBC America. A different kind of hood.
Will you tolerate this injustice? I, for one, will not.
Robin Hood, the series, coming up next. Only on...
It was 1970, and I went to America, and the Elton John album had just come out, and I was getting a lot of airplay over here. And I went to America and thinking, oh God, what's going to happen? I played this little club in Los Angeles, and this record became a hit, and it was the most exciting thing that had ever happened to me because my album went in the charts. It was above All Things Must Pass by George Harrison. I kept looking at it, I can't believe this. It's surreal. It's like when any of you are in a hit movie, in your first hit movie, or your first, something that's successful, and it will always stay with you. So this song, I will always sing because I never get fed up with singing it, and it's called Your Song. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can
easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, ha, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song here, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Kicked up the moss, but a few of the verses, oh, they got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, those are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. You can tell everybody that this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Lopez.
Puff Daddy.
Britney Spears. Whitney Houston. Shania Twain.
For over 40 years, one show discovered more legendary talent than any other.
It's Top of the Pops.
Now, BBC America uncovers the rare, never-before-seen performances that changed pop music forever. Go behind the scenes of the series that broke the biggest names in the business. Backstage Pass, Top of the Pops, The True Story. Next Saturday at 10, only on BBC America.